So Gabriel DropOut this week. I have to be 100% honest. This is one of the weaker episodes, I think, for this series. This was far from a bad episode. It did have me laughing, and I did enjoy it from start to finish, though it was a little underwhelming around the middle portion of the episode, as this was mainly 3 points to the episode. The first part being it's like a fitness test. Everyone has to pretty much do these training exercises, kind of track and field style stuff. And then we have Raffi, who apparently her chest is growing a little larger than anticipated, and her bra is not really fitting, so she pretty much can't run at full speed, or she can't do anything without her bra literally snapping off, which some people are probably gonna roll their eyes to. I actually found this stuff to be pretty funny in the way they directed it. It didn't just come off as fan service, as that really wasn't the focal point visually, as a lot of anime would have made that the focal point, like non-stop focusing on her breasts. I mean, there definitely were shots of that, however, it wasn't the main, it was the focal point in terms of the story structure, but visually we were focusing on all the normal imagery, so it didn't come off as just pointless fan service, something I appreciate. But then we have the second act, which is something I really did enjoy. It was a Satania and then Vinay kind of mini story arc of them getting interviewed, and typical, Satania trying to be a badass and eventually gets, kind of set into a troubled motion there. But it really didn't come off as that entertaining. I think just because we've seen that so much now, it's getting a little burned out, at least with that exact character dynamic. It wasn't bad, but it just kind of fell mediocre. But I think the star of the show, would be the third act there, where we have Gab, who pretty much blew all her money on microtransactions, so she has no money for food, and she's talking to the class president here, saying, hey, do you ever want to join clubs? Hell no, I don't want to join no stupid club. Oh, you're in a cooking club? Yeah, how about we go over to that cooking club? And then she gets fed and pretty much makes them all her minions, and they turn this club into a taste testing club, which this was really the highlight of the episode. I thought the first part of the episode, it was actually pretty strong. Nothing extraordinary, nothing as high as the other episodes, I would say, but it was fun. The second act, I just thought it was kind of mediocre, underwhelming. But this third part, with the Gab stuff, where she's saying, you guys fed me, I'm really happy, I'm gonna send you to heaven when the time comes, where the class president is like, what the hell, that's sick and twisted, what the hell are you talking about? And then the other two are just kind of in awe and so happy, like, you are the best master, pretty much. It's like, it almost seems like they are her servants at this point. But I just thought it was really fun, because Gab is just such a gameaholic. She spends her money on microtransactions for her online MMO, and just to see how she's now gonna be able to feed herself with this club, which she's literally just turned it into a taste testing club, and even the other students are like, let's turn it into a taste testing club, and the president's like, hell no, we're not turning this into a cooking club. I think that was actually a pretty nice character dynamic there, because we haven't seen many kind of side characters minus like the class president as well as coffee shop owner, so it's nice to see a couple extra new faces for it to really kind of spice it up, as like I mentioned, the middle part of the episode, it felt a little dry because we've seen so much of the kind of Vinay as well as Satania character dynamics with that exact situation of the kind of teacher just getting pissed off at her, so it's nice to see a new character dynamic to kind of spice it up. But this was a pretty fun episode. It was one of my least favorite episodes so far. I forget the exact episode, I think it was episode 6 or something, when we saw one of the new angels come in. I thought that was my least favorite episode, so this is probably second least favorite. But even with that said, it was still a fun episode nonetheless. The animation was still on point. I've yet to see a dip, like I always say, but it just felt a little underwhelming as a whole. Like if I look at the episode, it was solid. It was fun. It had a decent start at the beginning of the episode. The middle kind of dragged, wasn't that great, but the end was really solid. So it came out as a fine episode, just nothing extraordinary like some of the others, which is fine. I mean, we're not going to have hit after hit. That's impossible or near impossible. Not every series has a hit after hit episode. This definitely has had a majority, but it's fine that this wasn't an extraordinary episode, but I did have fun. But I think the end content with Gab in the Taste Testing Club definitely stole the show for myself. But I'd be interested to hear from people. Did you love this episode? Because comedy is very subjective. That's one thing that people can agree on, is that everyone's comedy taste is going to vary. Did you find this to be the funniest episode? Was this your favorite episode? Or are you on my side here saying, it was a fine episode, but nothing that extraordinary? I'd be interested to hear everyone's thoughts. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And before you leave, hit that like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.